Hello.
Hello.
Hi, namaste, Paldenji.
Namaste.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you. Okay, sit in any comfortable pose. Let's begin our class and then we'll introduce ourselves. Okay. Sit in any comfortable pose. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Let's chant 3 times Om together. Inhale. Om. 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 Join your hands together in front of your heart center. Bow your head down and open your eyes while blinking. And namaste. My name is Rahul Rawat and I'll be teaching you this alignment and vinyasa class. All right. So I want you to tell me about yourself, that what's your name and how long you've been practicing your yoga. Okay. And if you have any injury, so please let me know so that we are going to go accordingly.
Okay. Actually, seriously and involvingly, I didn't practice yoga, but I just tried several asanas, which are not kind of any tradition, but just simple asanas and some Surya Namaskar, which is not differentiated from like A, B version. Maybe it is closer to A version, but maybe for beginners, I think.
All right.
So I just watched video and repeated it. And I didn't know that there exist several more options and modifications of it. So, and actually, I practice Buddhism almost 10 years. It is
You study Buddhism?
Yes.
Okay.
This is only meditation without.
Yeah, I got it.
But in our tradition, we also have some 6 yogas of Naropa, and there are 2 types, like physical, like just like yoga, right? And dharmas of Naropa, this is more meditation, like samadhi. So after some stage, good meditation, like dhyana, if you are able to do it, so you can practice 6 yogas of Naropa.
All right. So if you have any injuries, so please let me know about this too. Do you have any injury?
I think no, just maybe some spine issues, but it's not serious. It's like usual in modern world. The spine is not straight.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, so if you don't have any injury, that's very nice. Okay, so maybe if you have like slight back pain on your lower back, maybe it happens because of the stiffness that you have got in your lower back. Okay, so the bend that we are going to release in the forward bend. Okay, so this is your alignment class. So have you heard this name alignment before in any yoga class?
I think no. In this course, the first time.
Okay, so alignment basically means to align your body in the posture in such a way where we can get the maximum benefit from there. Okay, so whether you are a beginner, advanced, or intermediate, it does not matter whether you have like what is your shape of your body, like whether you are flexible or beginner, like whatever is that. So alignment is going to always be changed according to the person, like person to person, that is going to change. Okay, so we are going to modify the posture, like how each and everybody is gonna give, give it a nice try and get the maximum benefit from there, and the less injury, the like minimize the chances of the injuries. Okay, so in the alignment class, we do have to use the blocks, the straps, and the bolster and cushion, like whatever is there around that we can use to modify the posture, right? So many people, if like one person, if they have got injury like lower back pain or slip disc on their back or shoulder dislocation, dislocated shoulders, or if they have arthritis, so how we are going to treat them, we are going to understand in this class. Okay, so this is your alignment class. So before we move, so let's understand the structure of your body. Okay, so our structure, like our body is designed in such a way where mobility is stability that comes after another one. Okay, so do you understand what is the mean of mobility?
I think yes.
Okay, so what's that mean?
That's you can move. Your body can move
Yes,
in
so the
any.
mobility means the movement. If we say we have got mobility on our ankle or on our wrist or on our shoulder, so it means it has a movement, it like it has a great amount of motion, like great amount of range of motion that should have to have. Okay, so mobility and stability means to stabilize something. Okay, we don't have, like we have less amount of range of motion in the air. Okay, so we have stability in our wrist, sorry, on our elbows, we have stability on our knee joint, we have stability on our lower back, we have stability on our cervical region. So these like if we say stability, it means it has only two actions, flexion and extension, right? So if we say we have stability in our elbows, so what's that mean? It can only extend or it can only flex, it cannot twist. The moment it will twist, it will break itself. All right, so okay, let's start from the bottom. Okay, so your toes, what does it have I made myself clear what is the meaning of stability and mobility?
Like mobility, if you are able to move, and
Yeah,
stability,
you're
like
able to move.
uh,
Mhm.
they are just like in joints, right?
Yeah, you see, mobility, stability that comes in your joints, okay, and stiffness or flexibility that comes in your muscles. Okay, if your lower back is too much like extending, like it is hyperextended, that does not mean that you are flexible. It means you have enough like hyperextension in your shoulder, sorry, on your spine. Okay, the flexibility that usually comes in your muscles. Okay, so mobility and stability is very important to understand where we do have. Okay, once you understand these fundamentals of this mobility and stability, then it's going to be very easy to understand each and every posture's alignment. Okay, so the alignment is kind of key. You can easily get to know about other poses. Once you understand the alignment, then you will easily understand like how this pose is supposed to be done. Okay, let's suppose you have never done camel pose, right? But if you know that how, like what is the alignment of your back in the posture, right? See, in back bend, we usually, what do? We usually bend, right? So in the camel pose, we do the same bending. In the cobra pose, we do the same bending. In wheel pose, we do the same bending. So these all are back bend. Once you understand the back bend alignment, it will be very easy to like understand like what should be the alignment of the posture. Okay, it's kind of key. It's going to help you out to open each and every postures. Okay, in the safest way. Okay, many people, if they are going for the back bend, right? So what do they do? They usually bend from the lumbar region, even after they are not open from a thoracic, right? So where we have mobility, where we have stability, that we have to understand, right, in each and every posture. Okay, so let's start with our toes. In our toes, what can we do? We rotate our toes clockwise, anti-clockwise. Hmm?
If you mean all the toes together,
Yeah, only toes, not ankles. Only toes.
I think we cannot move like consciously. We can just take a toe with our hand.
Yeah,
No?
see, no. See, your toes that can rotate like this, as our finger is also rotating. Our
Yeah.
fingers and toes, they both have the same structure of being like in the alignment of the body structure. Okay, but if we are rotating our fingers like this, we can make a circle, but it is not directly coming from your bottom of your finger. It's coming from your wrist, right? So if like bring your right like point your index finger forward. So if you are rotating outward, it will come from the top. From the top means wrist. It won't come directly from the fingers only. Okay, so the same thing happens to your toes. Your toes cannot move. Your toes can only flex. That can only extend. Right? It's very easy to extend or flex, but it's very hard to rotate it from the bottom of your toes or fingers. Okay, so what does that mean? It means it has stability. It can only extend. It can only flex. The moment when you will twist, it will break. Then you will have to go to the doctor and get the fracture. Okay, so we have stability in our toes and our fingers too. Okay, so what let's move on to our wrist. Sorry, with your ankle.
I think yes.
Yes, so we have mobility in our circle, in our ankle. Okay, so what does that mean? See, whenever we are performing any yoga classes, before we get into the yoga poses, we always start with a warm up, right? So that warm up helps us out to like increase the range of motion of our joints and increase the range of motion of our like stable joint, increase the range of motion of our mobile joint, so that like once you're flexible, once you're warmed from inside means your joints, that is then you can move further to your muscles. Okay, we cannot directly stretch our hamstring, we cannot directly stretch our lower back. We have to work on the mobility and stability part. That is then we can move further to our flexibility. Are you getting me what I mean? Yeah, see, that's how we have to like we have to perform our yoga classes. Okay, in our ankle we have mobility. It means we can make a circumduction, like it has that circumduction rotation, right? And what about your knee joint? What do you feel like? What does it have?
I think it can move, but indirectly maybe, if I understand. Because if I move it, it comes not
From the knee.
from the knee itself.
It's coming from the top of your leg, right? So you did very well. So your knee joint is actually not moving. Your top of the leg is helping, like it's allowing your knee joint to make a circle. Okay. Otherwise, if your like if your hip joint were stable, you could never move your knee joint in the circle, right? So that's why our body is designed in like it's very like beautiful. It's designed in such a way where stability, mobility is coming after another one. right? We had stability in our toes, we have mobility in our ankle. Now stability in our knee joint, then mobility in our hip joint. Okay, let's suppose, for instance, we had stability in our knee, we had stability on our hip. Do you really think that you could walk forward, or you could like all of a sudden, if you fall over, you could find the balance? If we had stability here, on the both side we had stability. So do you really think that you could take your leg upward to the right side?
I think
No,
no.
it won't. It could not be possible, right? So our body is like designed beautifully. Our knee joint is stable and hip joint is mobile. Then again, stable, mobile, stable, mobile. So that's how it is made. Okay, that's how like the body structure is made in such a way. Okay, let's move on to our hip joint. What do you feel like? Do we have mobility in this or stability?
I think stability.
No, 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 mobility. See, mobility is stability. Mobility is stability. That will come alternatively after another one. All right.
The hip joint or what?
Yeah,
How is
hip joint means your top of your leg. This one. This. Okay. So this is your hip joint or pelvic girdle. We can say like the pelvic girdle is stable. Your pelvis. Do you know pelvis girdle?
okay?
Do you know pelvis girdle?
Mm, okay, now I will know.
Yeah, this is your pelvis girdle, like this bone on your uh, like lower abdomen and your hips wherever they are. So this is your pelvic girdle, okay? And we are talking about hip joint. Hip joint means where your leg is connected with your pelvis. This is your hip joint, okay? So this should be mobile, okay? If we are rotating our leg, this is fine if you are rotating from there, but if you are rotating from the knee joint, we must have like got pain. Okay, so make sure you are not twisting from your knee joint. You are just twisting, or you are lateral bending. You are making circle from the top of your leg. All right. So let's move on to our lower back. Okay. So what do you feel like? What do we have in our lower back? Mobility or stability?
Stability.
Stability. What makes you say that?
Mm, I think there is no way to move. You cannot um, uh, twist, but it's not movement of the joints. It's like muscles moving.
Yeah.
or,
Yeah,
the or
you are like somewhere you are correct. See, if you're twisting, so your muscle is also moving, but you're moving from your upper back. See, this twisting is not coming from my lower back. My belly is okay, my belly is stable, but that twisting is coming from the like above than the navel center. It's not coming below than the navel center. My navel center is stable, but my twisting is coming from the top of my thoracic region, like thoracic region or bottom thoracic region. Our lower back is stable. It does not move. It can only flex. It can only extend. Okay, so we can never twist from our lower back. If you are twisting, you will have, maybe you will get into like you may get into injury like slip disc, herniated disc, or other back problem like sciatica pain. That also, like, this is the main reason of like when we do a lot of twisting or when we have herniated disc. This is the main reason of this all injuries. Okay, so twisting is not allowed from the bottom of your spine. It is always allowed to twist from the top. So from here you can you can twist, but from the bottom, lower back, you can never, you're not supposed to twist. So let's move on to our thoracic region. What do you feel like? What does it have?
where doors
Your
doors.
thoracic. This is your thoracic region. This is your lumbar region. Okay, your spinal structure is designed in such a way: lower back, upper back. Okay. So now, what about your upper back? Can you twist from the upper back?
I think yes.
Yes, we can easily twist from the upper back, but not from a lower back. Okay, so what does that mean? We have mobility in our thoracic region.
What is this? Thoracic what?
What? How do we spell it?
Yes, thoracic.
You can say upper back. Upper back is like fine to say. Okay, upper back and lower back. It will be easy to understand. Okay, so now let's move on to our neck. Okay, back of your neck. So what do you feel like? What does it have? Can you make a circle with the neck?
Head movement. There's nothing like. If we go round, it's head movement.
Your head is moving. Your neck is not moving, right? See, when you're rotating your head, it's not rotating from the cervical region or back of your neck. It's just moving like your head is moving. Your neck is not moving actually. So it should have flexion and extension. Okay. So if you're lateral bending like this, so still that lateral bending is not coming from your cervical region. The maximum stretch is coming from the muscles. Okay, the muscle is stretching, uh, but your spinal curvature is not moving much. Okay, so we have stability in our cervical region too. Okay, let's move on to our to our shoulders. What does it have?
Do you mean these joints or all these?
Yeah, this joint is this one, not this one. Okay, this is your joint. In your spine, you have joints.
I think stability.
Stability. Why did you say that?
Because if we move in the only this part is moving, but this somehow.
Yeah, see, I said shoulder joints. So this is your joint. So where we are moving from. Okay. So this is your shoulder. This is your clavicle bone. And now from here, humerus bone start to come. Okay. This is your humerus bone, biceps or triceps one. Okay. So this is a joint. This is called shoulder joint. In shoulder joints, what does it have? Does it have mobility or stability? We are just talking about joints. Okay. We are not talking about muscles. We are not talking about any uh like we are not talking about one particular bone. Okay, we are talking about joints where your bones ends, where bone starts.
I'm not sure here.
So it has mobility because we can make a circle from the shoulder socket. Okay, let's move on to our elbows. What do you feel like? What does it have?
Maybe stability.
Yeah, it has stability because we cannot twist our elbows. Okay, if you're twisting, you will have pain and you may tear your ligaments. And what about your wrist? Wrist and your ankle, they both are almost similar.
Yes, mobility.
Mobility. And what about your fingers?
Uh, Stability.
Stability. Okay. So once you understand these fundamental of the posture, then it's going to be very easy to understand like alignment of each and every posture. Okay. So always remember where we have stability, where we have mobility, and see what actually happens in this whenever we are performing the posture, we don't have any idea to like where we are flexing, where we are extending from. Okay, once you understand, if you are extending from your thoracic region from here, then it's going to be fine. But if you're extending from your lower back in the beginning, it may hurt your ligament or you may fall into injury. So like in the beginning, people they fall into injuries, right? So they sometimes they tear their ligament, sometimes they tear their muscle because of that they don't get enough warmed body, right? So warm up is very important in the beginning. We have to have that warm up in our joints. Okay, so where we have mobility, we have to work out that rotation of the
Or
work out. I said if we have mobility,
or
see, if we have stability in any particular joint, so we have to work out on that strengthening part of that particular joint of that particular region. Okay, but if we have mobility somewhere, then we have to work on that mobility part. Mobility is combination of your strength and that strength and flexibility. Okay, let's suppose if you want to work on that mobility of your shoulders, so what does that mean? It does not mean that you're supposed to take your hands behind your head and then pull it backward. You're not going to become a vampire, right? So you have to be more stable. Stable means it should have stability plus flexibility. Strength plus flexibility there is required. Okay, it does like in the beginning, if you're going for the gym and practicing out, working out on your tricep, bicep, working out on your deltoids and having big muscles. So this is not going to help you out to become flexible. Okay, so make sure whether you are going to gym or whether you are going for the yoga practice, whether you want to build a strength or you want to become a flexible, make sure your joints are enough mobile or stable. Okay. See, you like many time you may have also like felt or you may have also seen people, they have extended elbows, right? Hyperextended elbows. Do you know that hyperextended elbows? No. So hyperextended elbows means when your elbow moves forward. So this is the hyperextension. See, when your elbows moves forward, I don't have hyperextension, but when your elbow moves too much forward, it does not come in one line. Extend your arms forward like this. Extend your arms forward like this. Turn your palms forward. Fingertips pointing back. Now look at your palm. Is it in one straight line, or it's making one slant in your arm? Is it in one straight line or is making slant?
I think one straight line.
It's in one straight line. This means you don't have that hyperextension. Many people, they do have hyperextension and extension on their elbows. Okay. See, as I told you, we have stability in our elbow joint. If you have hyperextension, what does it mean? This is called extension. This is called flexion, right? So they have worked out on their extension part more than the flexion, right? So when you increase the range, like when you go further than the limited range of motion of your body or any particular region of your body, then that is called hyper. Okay, that is called hyper. So many people, they have got hyperextension because they are not aware of this flexion of their elbows. Okay, they just worked out and now their elbows are hyperextended. So this also happens because of genetic, or like sometimes it happens from the genetic, but sometimes it happens due to yoga practice or due to weightlifting or like other exercises when they don't work out on the strengthening part. Okay, so if we talk about shoulders, so how we are going to describe that shoulder movement? See, in the shoulders, we have mobility. We have to have enough rotation in our shoulders, right? We have to create the space in our shoulders so that it can freely move. There should be no restrictions because it has mobility, right? But if you are going to the gym and working out with the dumbbells and working out with the heavy weightlifting, if you're doing in your arms, then you will have like big muscles on your deltoid, right? So you're gonna get big muscles right here on your shoulder. So see, if you're going to get good like big muscles, that will be contracted, that will be very hard to stretch, right? They have got its like extreme strength right there. So After this, building this, like building the muscles like this, so you are not you won't be able to move your hands like this, okay, because your muscles are not allowing that rotation in your shoulders. So make sure whenever you are going for any exercise, whatever practice you are doing, Pilates, yoga, or anything, you have to have enough mobility in your like joints, not at each and every joints. You have to understand where is required, where is not required. Okay. Any question about this mobility stability you want to ask?
Maybe repeat once again about mobility. If we have mobility, for example, in the wrists, okay.
In the wrist, yes.
Okay, so muscles don't disturb us. Muscles don't disturb. So we have to work on strengthening flexibility.
Yeah, we have to work on the strengthening. Plus, see, there should be strength. Strength plus flexibility is called mobility. Okay, if you have strength, then you should also have flexibility. Then is equals to mobility. Okay, but see, many people you may have seen like they can take their hands back completely backward. Okay, but they cannot keep their hands straight. So they are lacking in the strength. They are not lacking in the mobility. They have taken their hands backward. So this is called hypermobility, hypermobile shoulders. Okay. So what's that mean? If they are taking their hands more than the limited range of motion of their shoulder socket, this is called hypermobility. Okay. If they are holding there into the into that certain amount of range of motion, then it means they have enough strength on their shoulder and they have enough mobility that is required. Hypermobility is not required in your shoulders. Hypermobility is not required on your thoracic region. Okay, otherwise you will fall into injury. Okay, they are okay. So let's move on to our shoulders opening. Okay, today we are going to understand how we are going to open our shoulder or stretch our shoulders. Okay, so do you have wall nearby?
I think yes, from another side here, but I will be maybe invisible.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. So just look at me here, how I'm doing. So what you have to do, just take the one arm distance from the wall like this. Okay, and then rotate your hand outward like this. Okay, so your palms, your fingers are pointing upward. Now from here, rotate your hand outward and then look front and press your palm completely. And then elevate high, look front, chest open, and you have to stay like this. Okay, this is going to open your shoulders more upward. This is called flexion of your shoulders. Rotate your hands, very nice. Your hands is supposed to be above than your shoulder level. Where is your face? Like face is facing towards the wall or against the wall? Okay, got it. Now take your hands more up. Take your hand more up. More up. Very nice. Now press your palm against the wall and then open up your chest. Open up your chest. Rotate completely out from the top and stay here for a while. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now release back. Let's try it on the other side too. Okay. Just take your left hand and then rotate your hand completely outward and feel that nice extension on your shoulders. Uh, just come back from the posture. See what you have to do. If you don't understand this movement, you can try another one. What you can try? You can take your right hand completely back and press your palm like this. Take your hand back. Keep that arm straight. Yeah. Pull up high. Pull up high. Press and make sure your fingers are pointing down towards the floor. Yeah. Rotate upward. Very nice. Press your palm. Open high. Look up high to the ceiling and hold. 1. Rotate your hand more outward. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now release back. Was that comfortable?
Not yet.
Not. Maybe you were not able to do it correctly, but it's fine in the beginning. Okay. So this is called outer rotation of your arms. This is called internal rotation of your arms. Okay. This is the outer rotation. This is the internal rotation. Okay. So whenever you're going for the back bend or whenever you're going for the shoulder stretches, make sure your hands are rotating outward. This is the outer rotation. This is the internal rotation. Just move your hands like this. Outer rotation, internal rotation. Okay, so what do we do when we were taking our hands backward? What do we do? Internal rotation or outer rotation? Yes, I'm asking.
Internal.
No. We are trying to get, see, your palms are not going to influence your rotation of your hands. Okay, either your palms will be upward or downward, it does not matter. All right, so the fact of the matter is your elbows. If your elbows are coming close, that means outer rotation. If your elbows are moving outward, this is called internal rotation. Okay, whether your palms facing up or down, that does not matter. Okay, so from here what you have to do, this is called outer rotation, and we have this outer rotation in our arms when we are taking our hands backward. Did you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try with this outer rotation. Take your arms up over the head. Yeah, both hands. Try take your both hands back. Press your palms. Yeah, keep pressing. Look front. Don't let the pressure come to your lower back. Okay, just open high, elevate from your thoracic region and stay. 1. Keep pressing your palms. 2, 3, 4. Stretch. 5. Stretch. 6. Stretch. 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Now slowly, gently release your hands down. Was that intense?
It was a bit lighter than with one.
Yes. See, earlier maybe you were doing this outer rotation just from here. Okay, that was not coming like this. So this is called flip grip. You have to flip your shoulder upward like this. Bring your elbows close. Bring your elbows close towards your ears, and then place your palm against the wall. Place your palm against the wall. Yes, but make sure your elbows is coming close to the ear. Yes. Now press your palm. Elevate high. Press. Elevate high. Very nice. Open up your chest. Keep on pressing. Stretch and hold. Try to keep your right hand straight. 1. Open high. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, release down. Very nice. Was that better than before?
Yeah.
Now you better understand the movement of your shoulders. Okay, let's try on the other side. Take your left arm up and try to bring your elbow close to the ear. Press your palm, open up your chest, and sustain this elevation from your thoracic region. Just sustain, inhale there. Maintain this inhalation in your thoracic. Stay 5, 4, 3, 2, press your palm, 1, and then exhale, again release down. Now interlock your fingers behind your back, interlock. Now rotate your hands outward again. Open up your chest, lift your head up. Lift your head up, push your hands away from your body. Keep pushing backward. Exhale, bend down, bend forward, and stretch your shoulders. Bend completely down, bend down, bend down. Take your hands back, take your hands back. Now bend forward. Try to bring your hands down towards the floor and hold. 5. Stay, stay, stay. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly, gently release down. Now shake your hands, roll your shoulders. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right. So this is your mobility and stability. Okay. So do you have any question about this stability and mobility?
Maybe I didn't understand my mistake in the first when we did this with one. Did we do the same afterwards?
Yeah, we did the same, but here we had more rotation than before one. Okay. Did you understand movement of the shoulders?
Because when we do the first time, I felt so numbness in in almost all this here, from here to here, numb.
Yeah, it comes like this. It comes from here to your entire hand. It means you are doing it right. Yeah, I could see earlier. I was not able to see you, so I could not correct you. But now I was able to see you. So that's how we are going to rotate our hands. All right. Okay. So do you have any question about this rotation, internal rotation, outer rotation of your arms, or mobility or stability in your shoulders or in your entire body?
There should be any kind of numbness, or is it not
No,
healthy? Maybe.
no, yeah, there should be a numbness in the beginning. See, when you're stretching your muscles, at that time, your muscles are not warmed enough, right? So the blood flow is going to be stopped somewhere, right? Your muscles are pinching your nerves, and then your blood is not coming to your like entire hand. Then you feel that numbness. Okay, in the beginning it will happen. Once your shoulders become enough flexible, then it's going to be very easy to get to the posture, and like it will take time. See, flexibility that does not take much time. It will take like like not more than like 6 months, 7 months, or 10 months or 1 year. But the strength that takes time, the strength that will take almost years and years, right? So the flexibility, just enjoy the journey of flexibility. You will be flexible till the end of 2023. Yeah, any other question that you want to ask?
Not yet, maybe.
Okay, so from tomorrow we will start from the postures. Okay, we will do postures and then we will understand the alignment of the postures too. Okay, so today we understood this mobility and stability, mobility, stability, and this shoulder opening exercise. Okay, tomorrow we are going to move further to our other poses. All right. Okay, then let's finish today's session. Sit in any comfortable pose. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. One more time, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now we will chant one Om followed by three Shanti. Inhale. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Join your hands together in front of your heart center. Bow your head down. Open your eyes while blinking. And namaste. Thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.
You're welcome.